Hello class, this is Dr. Fenton. In this video, we're going to cover forensic accounting education, a little bit about some institutions and various certifications, and then specialties within the forensic accounting area. Let's get started. I'll remove my video. Here we go, we have the full screen now. You can see here that forensic accounting picks up different areas out there in the accounting and the legal field. A forensic accountant needs to know, of course, investigative auditing, have a good base in accounting itself, but also have knowledge about law and criminology. So all those areas are important to the forensic accountant. Now, some of the top 10 topics that we cover in forensic accounting, we'll cover a lot of these in this course. Fundamentals of fraud, that'll start in the next chapter. You go on down, different types of fraud, cooking the books and so forth. And elements of fraud, that represents the fraud triangle: pressure, opportunity, and rationalization. Continues with anti-fraud controls, so internal controls and so forth. And then more about fraud examination, the theory and methodology. Talk about ethics and corporate code of conduct, and fraud detection and deterrence programs. Now, we're going to cover a lot more than this. These are the top 10. In this course, we're going to cover, again, deeply into litigation support, business damage calculations, and also business valuations. So it's not just these fraud topics. Again, another quick review of the knowledge, skills, and abilities that are needed by forensic accountants. And again, the legal system. We're not turning you into attorneys, but you need to have a good grasp of the legal system. Of course, very important, financial statement fraud detection skills. You need to know about corporate governance, shareholder rights, litigation, securities laws. This next one, extremely important, report writing and communication. So your written reports are very important, and your communication, whether written or oral, very, very important. And then, of course, criminal law and procedures. More, if you are like a computer expert, you can get into computer fraud and cybercrime. Human factors, so intelligence gathering, interview techniques, that's very important, how to interview someone well. And then understand motivations for fraud and criminal activities. We'll talk more about issues, ethical issues in business, and then get into business valuation in a lot of detail. This slide, I'll let it in here because I think it's very, very important. A lot of members of the public, a lot of corporations who hire you to be auditors, they expect you to find fraud. And if you don't find it, like the bold letters, the words say here, you will be sued. So if you're called in for like a regular financial statement audit, and you're just trying to express an opinion overall on the financial situation of the company, if there's fraud involved and you don't find it, then, like it says here, you more than likely will be sued. The public, as the last line says, the public thinks we are a watchdog. We're supposed to be watching everything. Okay, so that's why having fraud investigative skills, that's very important. Backgrounds. Look at all the different professional specialties that really use forensic accounting. We get into internal auditors, IRS auditors, FBI agents, bank examiners, evaluators of closely held businesses. So a lot of areas are currently using forensic accounting techniques. So you can see the possibilities career-wise you have with the forensic accounting area. Specialties. You can become an employee crime specialist, an asset tracing specialist. Where are those assets hidden? You can be a litigation services specialist and an expert witness, where you might end up on the witness stand trying to defend the written report that you prepared earlier. You can get into damage calculations, securities fraud, bankruptcy, and so forth. So quite a few areas, again, are in forensic accounting. Personally, I think anyone involved in forensic accounting should get their CPA license, their CPA certificate. I think that's the #1 certificate you should have. That's my personal opinion. The ICPA says that CPAs represent 94% of forensic experts hired over 2 years. And so this goes to show you, if you get that CPA license, people know what a CPA is. That's really going to raise your status among anyone who might be looking to hire you as a forensic accountant, fraud examiner, or whatever. Now, once you get the CPA certificate, I also recommend picking up another certification in addition to the CPA. And here are 3 groups on this page that have various certifications. There is the Certified Forensic Accountant, the first one. That is handled by the American Board of Forensic Accountants. A very popular one in the fraud examination area is the Certified Fraud Examiner. It's very, very popular out there. And then the AICPA itself came out not too awful long ago with its own forensic credential called Certified in Financial Forensics, the CFF. In the business valuation area, this is a very, very popular organization, the National Association of Certified Valuation Analysts. They've been big in this area on valuing businesses. They have gotten into the forensic financial analyst area, and now not too long ago they came up with a Certified Fraud Deterrence certification. So this is just to stress again, in my opinion, get your CPA license, get that out of the way. Then whatever area you decide to specialize in, pick up a certification in that area. So if it's fraud examination, the CFE. If it's a forensic accountant for business damages and so forth, about valuations and so forth, the Certified Forensic Accountant certification is good. So any of these are good credentials. So again, pick up 2 credentials, the CPA and then another one that emphasizes your career choice. What skills do you need? Well, these are not, they're all pretty close, but analytical skills, you have to have these. And of course, basic accounting skills, problem-solving skills, data analysis, interviewing skills, very important. And you can see the others, verbal communication, and I would throw in here written communication, so forth. These are very, very important skills. And then a characteristic you should have, the top one, or the top 2 there, persistence and skepticism. Be persistent, keep looking, be skeptic. Don't always take at a quick brush what someone tells you. Verify it yourself. You get the written documents to verify it. Puzzle skills, putting pieces together, people skills, and you can see the others. Now, over the years, the auditing standards, and these are financial statement auditing standards, not forensic or fraud examination standards, but they have come out and they touch on forensic analysis themselves. Here are some you see. The PCAOBs come out with this. The AICPA came out with their own on this page. And the first one there, the AUC 240, that's the old SAS 99 that's very important. And it's discussed in your book quite a bit as well. So those are very important. So again, this is the end of these slides. I just want to hit the highlights again. Make sure you go back and read the chapter in detail. Okay? All right, so good luck with your studies.